Joining me right now is our crack team of reporters. Sahil Joshi leads our coverage on this political story. We've got Vidya joining us from Matoshree. We've got Ritvik Bhalekar joining us from the NCP office. Sahil, give your sense of what we just heard from Sharad Pawar. From what I could gather, he seems to want to fight. Is there some real strategy that they have which gives them the confidence for this bluster? Or is he just trying to project a sense of optimism without any basis for it?
Well, I can clearly see that his statements have changed from what he had said in Delhi, in which, in Delhi when he took the first press conference, when he first got to know that Eknath Shinde has actually rebelled. That time the number was not clear. But that time he said that, it's internal matter of Shiv Sena and that he was sure that Uddhav Thackeray will be able to tackle it. To that day, that is just 2 days before, and today what he said is that finally all these MLAs will have to come to Mumbai, because if the government needs to be, needs to go, then it needs to prove its majority on the floor of the house. These MLAs finally, eventually will have to come to Mumbai, and then we will come to know that who is at whose side. So that is a very compelling statement, number one. Number two, it looks like now that the NCP has realized that they cannot sit on the fence and look at the situation. They will finally, eventually will have to be part of the whole situation. Right now what we can see that nothing is happening from the Shiv Sena side. If the Shiv Sena decides to take any kind of action, the Deputy Speaker belongs to Nationalist Congress Party, that is NCP. So what needs to be done about these MLAs, eventually the call will be taken by the Deputy Speaker. So he knows for a fact that these MLAs will need to come in front of the Deputy Speaker, and that is where the fight starts. Now interestingly, when Eknath Shinde spoke to his MLAs in Guwahati, he made it very clear, that his speech made it very clear that the biggest party of the world who taught lesson to Pakistan is supporting us. So nothing to worry, nobody should fear about this, and finally the victory will be theirs. What we are hearing at this point of time is that the BJP has promised Eknath Shinde that they will be getting the same number of portfolios what Shiv Sena was getting from 2014 to 2019 when Fadnavis and Shiv Sena were together in power. On the basis of that, Shinde and the clan is going to support the BJP, is what we are hearing. Devendra Fadnavis has also gone to Delhi today in the evening, and of course he'll be meeting the senior leaders in Delhi, and after that the game plan will be set. Now it is said that in next 4-5 days something needs to be done, because the MLAs cannot be kept in Guwahati forever. They will eventually will have to come back, and then the real game starts, because that's what Pawar is waiting for. Now it is going to be, it's up to Uddhav Thackeray.
Is their affiliation so weak that they could come back to the Sena camp or the Uddhav Sena camp? What are they hoping? Because if they've said they're with Shinde, what changes when they come back to Mumbai?
Well, right now what we are seeing is that the reactions which have been given from the Shinde camp are from either Eknath Shinde or the Sanjay Shirsat, who released that letter and released then the video claiming that, how the leadership completely ignored what these MLAs wanted. Now, what Shiv Sena claims is that 18 MLAs, like the way Nitin Deshmukh, who was live yesterday on your show, at the same time another MLA who actually ran away from Surat. Similarly, 18 MLAs have contacted Shiv Sena, Shiv Sena camp, and they are ready to come back. Only the criteria is that if they are in Bombay, then they can at least try to, come out of their clutches and come back to the Shiv Sena camp. Now, this is a hope against hope. Right now, the fact remains at this point of time that Eknath Shinde has 38 MLAs who were elected on Shiv Sena symbol, plus he has 7 more independent MLAs with him. The BJP and Shinde camp have the full majority. They have sent a letter to the Deputy Speaker that accept that this is the main camp and not what Ajay Chaudhary and Uddhav Thackeray is leading. Deputy Speaker says that he doesn't believe Eknath Shinde, so eventually Deputy Speaker will ask him to parade his MLAs in front of him and speak on record that yes, they want to be with Eknath Shinde, and that is the real Shiv Sena Legislative Party, and that fight will only happen in Mumbai is what they are thinking that it should be happening. Now, interestingly, eventually this war will go into the court, in the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court will finally decide that what needs to be done about this. But before that, the key question remains, if Uddhav Thackeray is going to take on this fight, will he quit before even taking on the fight? Because he had said it very clearly yesterday in his speech that he doesn't want to face the no confidence motion. he is ready to resign even before that. Will he resign even before facing his MLAs?
No, but as of now, he doesn't seem to be in a mood to resign.